Alright guys, so I can't lie. I lied to you. Alright guys, so it's your boy Jay Styles here, back with another video. I do want to admit everything off the back. So I lied to you guys, and I'm sorry for that. How so? So I told you that there's two pieces to making this Surron a wheelie monster, power upgrades, everything. What you needed was, what I mentioned was upgraded battery, which is this 60 volt Shy Max battery, and then this GLE back 4000 controller. Look how nice that looks. So guys, this is what I mean. So I said that these two things were the dynamic duo that was all that you needed. Here is actually the third thing to make this bike a wheelie bike, e-bike monster machine. Now I'm gonna tell you why. It is the Domino throttle. A lot of people say it's smooth. I got it to test it out to see if it really makes a difference and give you my overall first impressions of this Domino throttle. Now I got this Domino throttle from Motoclop's website. I'll put the link in the description below. There is a little bit to it that might, installing this throttle, that might have you, let me turn that off, that might have you working a little bit more. So now there's a video actually by Moto Bros that perfectly explains how to connect your Domino throttle to your Surron by using the existing throttle. Now I'm not going to get much into details, just giving you an overview, but essentially what you want to do is you open your bash guard. There's going to be like a some kind of bulb. You'll see it in the video. You trace the original throttle cable and you disconnect it, and you trace it underneath here. The whole video explains it, just giving you an overview. And essentially what you want to do is you want to solder the wires together. Everything Moto Bros videos down below, but essentially when I got it from this website, it was plug and play. So no complaints here. I didn't have to do that. It was just literally plug and play. Even the wire itself was long enough for a Surron. So now I'm gonna give you my first impressions of this Domino throttle, the third titan to this beast of an e-bike. Is it better than the stock throttle? We'll see. Alright guys, so one last thing that I wanted to let you guys know. So this is an aftermarket throttle. I'm not exactly sure how it works with stock, or there's gonna have to be some kind of tuning if you have a back. So I have a back 4000 from GLE. What I love about the app is that it has its own in-app tuning. Use my code JGLE at checkout if you want a free shipping on anything at the GLE website. They have amazing products. Back 4000, back 8000, amazing. Okay, so we are here in the app, and what I'm going to do is hit settings, go to this little gauge thing, start throttle tune, and then as soon as it turns red, I'm going to 1, 2, 3. It's literally that easy. Save the parameters. Now your throttle is tuned to the back controller's liking. So super smooth. Not a lot going on there, but I just love that feature about this app and the controller itself. One word that can describe how this throttle feels, it would be butter. It is so smooth. I love it, dude. I've noticed that the power deliverance, especially if you tune it right with the curve, is just so effortless. I'm loving it so far. Alright, so another good thing to point out about this throttle is that it's noticeably bigger. So what I mean by that is like the other throttle, the stock Surron throttle, is a little bit more slimmer. This one is just overall bigger, and as many reviewers says, it's very true. The snap to it is just so addicting. It just feels so nice, and then you hear a little click. That's like the little micro clicker. It's so nice. I'm very impressed with this. I'm gonna try out a few new things and see how it feels like. With the GLE back controller, tuning the stock throttle bike was just so buttery smooth, and now that you added this Domino throttle, it's just like I don't even know how it could get any better. One thing I noticed is that it is like when taking it off and installing it, I noticed quality wise that it's plastic. Like I knocked on it a few times, it's plastic compared to the other one. It's just, it holds up well. I really hope it does, but I really feel like they could have gone with a nice little aluminum framing, especially for the price point that it was. It was $132, but back then, now it's about $150. So it's like, come on, like that would be my only complaint, is that just it feels like plastic, but it doesn't feel like plastic. So when I say that, it like obviously you can tell it's plastic, but when you feel it, you don't even care, to be honest. Also, one thing I noticed before is that maybe it has to do with the power, but a lot of how I used to do wheelies is I used to just jam, especially with my foot, I used to jam my bike all the way down and then lift that baby up. Now with the throttle and the smooth power deliverance and the amount of power and throttle, it's effortless. Like as you can see here, I don't even like jump to do it. I just kind of shift my weight back, just picks it up smoothly. So nice, so butter. Yeah, so overall, as you can see, it feels more bigger, which makes me feel like I'm in more control of it. And just, dude, I don't know if you can hear it, but you hear like a little click. Snap. It's just such a good feeling, and it's more stiff. Before the original throttle for the Surron, it was very easy to kind of just turn it. Right now there's a lot of resistance. Like I'm kind of struggling, and I'm having to use to turn my whole wrist just to do it. With the Domino, with the other throttle, it's just like a toy almost in a way. Guys, I'm loving it so far. This really is a game changer. But let me be honest with you, let me be very transparent with you. I have to say that based on the stock throttle to this throttle, I feel like it's like a 30% improvement. Yes, both of them are so smooth. This one is a little bit more smoother, but if you want as much controllability, definitely get this Domino throttle. It's amazing, right? It has a good name for itself as well. I know a lot of people love it, and I was recommended by my good friend, and he told me to get it, and I just fell in love with it. I love it. So, you know, I'm gonna do a much more deeper review later. These are just my first impressions of just using it for like an hour, and overall I'm loving it so far. I'm bought. Now my bike, I can finally say it's at the 3-piece trio. The battery, boom, the power is up. Controller controls that power. Controlling all that power and strength, the Domino throttle. Beautiful trio. Anyways, guys, that was just my quick little 2-piece on it. Thank you guys for staying tuned. If you guys made it to the end, you're fucking awesome. And yeah, we have a lot more videos coming up. All the links and everything will be in the description below. Hope you guys have a really good new year, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.